Elon Musk just leaked the full plan. Tesla bot Gen 3 hits $10,000. Production starts 2025, and he's calling it the biggest product ever made. Not Tesla's biggest, humanity's biggest. But is this real or another stretched timeline? Leaked specs: triple sensor hands, stair climbing, waterproof, 10-hour battery. Tesla's building 5,000 for Giga Texas this year. The question is, why would the most advanced humanoid cost less than a used car? And if it's this close, what are competitors missing? Look, I'll be honest with you. When I first saw this leak about a $10,000 humanoid robot, my immediate reaction was skepticism. We've all been burned by tech promises before, right? But then I started digging into the actual details, and something doesn't add up in the way everyone's expecting. Boston Dynamics Atlas costs over $150,000, and that's assuming they'd even consider selling it to you. Figure AI's robot? Same ballpark. China's Unitree G1 comes in around $16,000, and frankly, watching it struggle to maintain balance on flat ground makes you wonder if it's worth even that much. So when Tesla says they'll deliver a robot with waterproofing, 10-hour battery, advanced sensors, and actual AI learning for $10,000, you have to ask yourself, what do they know that nobody else does? Here's where it gets interesting, and this is the part that made me realize we might actually be looking at something real. Tesla isn't playing by the same rules as other robotics companies. They're not buying actuators from suppliers at retail prices. Those motors moving Optimus's fingers? They're modified versions of the same motors adjusting your Model 3 seat. The battery keeping it running for 10 hours? Same 4,680 cells rolling off production lines by the millions at Giga Texas. The AI brain? A compact version of the computer that's already proven itself in 3 million Tesla vehicles navigating real roads. Musk said it directly. What we learn from the car, we translate to the robot. But here's what hit me. Tesla spent 15 years building this supply chain for cars. They're now using that entire infrastructure for robots without spending an extra dollar on new facilities. Meanwhile, every competitor is starting from scratch. That's not just an advantage, that's a moat so wide it might be uncrossable. But wait, if Tesla's advantage is this massive, why are they only building 5,000 units in 2025? That question kept bothering me until I realized something. It's not about manufacturing limits, it's about validation. Tesla needs to prove these robots won't fail in unpredictable ways before they ship 50,000 of them into people's homes. And that's actually reassuring, isn't it? It means they're being careful. Let me tell you about the staircase problem, because this is where Gen 3 becomes genuinely different. You know what kept every humanoid robot from real deployment? Stairs. Gen 2 Optimus could hop up a curb, sure, but going downstairs? It hesitated like a nervous kid at the edge of a diving board. And think about what that means. You can't sell a $20,000 robot for elderly care if it freezes at the top of the stairs. That's not a feature gap. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Gen 3 solved it. They redesigned the ankle geometry completely and added something they call a descent control loop. The balance sensors now update 250 times per second. That's more than double what Boston Dynamics Atlas does. I've seen the leaked test footage, and honestly, it's unsettling how smooth it looks. Optimus doesn't shuffle anymore. It flows downstairs like it's been doing it for years. And here's why this matters more than you might think. If your robot can't handle stairs, it's locked out of 70% of existing buildings. No apartment deliveries, no subway access, no work in factories built before accessibility laws. Tesla just eliminated the single biggest barrier to deployment. They did it 6 months early, according to the leaked timeline. So either their engineering team is exceptional, or this leak is strategic and they've been sitting on completed technology while competitors waste time on the wrong problems. Now, the hand upgrades. This is where I got genuinely excited, even though it sounds technical. Gen 2 had basic force sensing. It could pick up a box. Gen 3 has 22 degrees of freedom per hand with sensors so precise they can feel a 1-degree temperature change. That means it can tell the difference between a ripe tomato and a bruised one. It can feel wet lettuce starting to slip before it actually drops. Why does this matter? Because trust isn't about capability, it's about feeling safe. You're not letting a robot near your grandmother with a chef's knife unless you're absolutely certain it can feel the difference between slicing resistance and something wrong. Tesla gets this. The leaked reports say they're already testing Optimus in the Giga Texas cafeteria. Not in controlled demos, in real chaos with spilled drinks and greasy plates. But here's what's strange. If it's working in cafeterias now, why does Tesla say elder care won't start until 2027? That's a 2-year gap. The only explanation that makes sense is liability. Dropping a plate is inconvenient. Failing to catch a falling person is a lawsuit that could kill the entire product. Tesla's being cautious. That's actually good news, even if it means waiting longer. Let's talk about what's really happening at Giga Texas, because this is where the strategy becomes clear. Musk says 5,000 robots in 2025, 50,000 in 2026. But none of these are for consumers. They're all going into Tesla's own Cybercab production line. This isn't a product launch. This is Tesla rebuilding how manufacturing works. Think about what they're attempting. Model Y production runs at 1 car every 45 seconds. That's already industry-leading. The Cybercab has fewer than 80 parts compared to 200 in the Model Y. Musk claims with Optimus they'll hit 1 car every 5 seconds. That's 720 cars per hour. Over a full year from one line, 6.3 million vehicles. Toyota builds 10 million cars globally across dozens of factories. The math sounds impossible until you understand what Optimus actually does. It's not building entire cars, it's eliminating bottlenecks. Quality checks that take humans 30 seconds? Optimus does them in 8 seconds with vision that catches defects human eyes miss. Tasks requiring 2 workers with safety brakes? 1 Optimus working continuously. No fatigue, no shifts, no breaks. But here's what most people are missing. Tesla doesn't need Optimus to replace workers. They need it to solve scaling. Musk wants 20 million cars annually by 2030. Building 50 new factories would cost over $250 billion. That's not feasible. The alternative is making current factories 10 times more productive. Optimus isn't a product. It's Tesla's solution to a problem that's limited every car company in history. What makes Gen 3 genuinely revolutionary is how it learns. Traditional robots are programmed. Engineers write code for every movement, every decision. Boston Dynamics Atlas is the peak of this approach. It's incredible at what it's programmed to do. But adding new capabilities requires engineers writing new code. Optimus watches and learns. Musk said it clearly. It can watch a video and learn that task. This is the same technology that lets Tesla's cars learn from millions of hours of driving footage. Every time a worker at Giga Texas stacks boxes or threads wires, Optimus observes and builds understanding. But here's the multiplier effect. When one robot masters a task, that knowledge transfers to every other robot instantly. The leaked training data shows how this works. New Optimus units start completely untrained. Engineers remotely control them while they practice tasks. Washing dishes takes about a week of training. Day 1, it drops plates and uses too much water. Day 7, it's proficient, but the next Optimus learning to wash dishes starts at Day 7 skill level, not Day 0. After 100 robots learn dishwashing, Robot 101 is nearly perfect from the first attempt. This is completely different from competitors. Figure AI's robots learn individually. Each one spends the same training time. Boston Dynamics programs specific behaviors. Tesla's approach means as more robots deploy, collective capability grows exponentially. This is the network effect that made full self-driving possible. Now, about timelines. Look, Elon's track record is mixed. Full self-driving was supposed to be complete in 2017. It's 2025 and still supervised. Cybertruck promised 2021, delivered 2023. Roadster announced 2017, still not shipping. So why believe 5,000 units in 2025? Here's why I think this time might be different. Tesla already showed working Gen 2 units doing real tasks autonomously, not teleoperated, not scripted. When Optimus dropped a battery during the demo, it reorganized the tray without help. That's real AI. Plus, leaked reports from Giga Texas confirm multiple units already working. These aren't lab prototypes. They're doing actual work. Building 5,000 by December means 420 per month, starting from nearly zero. Boston Dynamics built maybe 100 Atlas units in 30 years. Tesla wants 50 times that in 12 months. The only way this works is if production already started quietly. And there's evidence. Tesla posted 14 job openings for robot technicians at Giga Texas in November. Why hire technicians if robots aren't deploying? The leaked timeline says Gen 3 assembly began Q4 2024. They could have 500 to 1,000 units done already. Let's address the biggest claim. Musk says Optimus will be the biggest product ever made. Nothing will even be close. Bigger than iPhone? Bigger than cars themselves? Sounds crazy. But look at the economics. Goldman Sachs says humanoid robots could address 48 billion hours of labor by 2035. At $25 per hour, that's $1.2 trillion in annual wages. If Optimus captures 10% at $10,000 per unit with 4-year replacement, that's $30 billion yearly just from sales. But the leaked documents hint at something bigger. Subscription model. $499 monthly, service included, unlimited updates. Over 10 years, that's $60,000 per unit. The $10,000 upfront cost isn't the profit, it's customer acquisition. Tesla locks in recurring revenue. The leaked projections suggest 50 million units by 2035. Even at half that, 25 million units on subscription generates $150 billion annually. That's bigger than Netflix, Spotify, and Disney Plus combined. So is the $10,000 Optimus real? The leaked specs and production evidence suggest yes. But the real question isn't timing, it's trust. Are you ready to let a humanoid robot into your home, near your kids, helping your grandmother? Because according to these documents, that's not a future question. It's a decision you'll face in the next 18 months. Here's what matters. Tesla solved the trust problem. Optimus learns by watching, adapts to real environments, operates safely around humans. That's why $10,000 works and competitors are years behind. Optimus isn't just replacing workers, it's Tesla's scaling solution. You can't build 20 million vehicles yearly or Mars colonies with traditional labor. Optimus makes everything else achievable. If 5,000 units deploy in 2025, we'll see factories producing faster than humans can match. At 50,000 in 2026, the industry must respond. Your turn. If Optimus launches at $10,000, what task would you trust it with? Would you bring one home? Comment below. If this helped, hit like, subscribe to Tesla Zone, and turn on notifications for deep analysis on Tesla robotics, EVs, and SpaceX, not just headlines. The robotics revolution isn't future talk. These leaks show it's being built in Texas now. See you next time.